Hello everybody, this is Tick here. We're back and we're going to just plow through as many things as we can in the limited time that I have before I must step away from my computer. So we've got a couple small issues and one big one that I would like to work on. I could get through the small issues in this amount of time, or we could try our hand at the big issue. I don't know that we're going to complete the big issue, but I really want the big issue to be done. I think it'll be fun to play. So let's work on that. Now, because this is such a big issue and we're going to have such a wide-reaching impact on the mod, potentially, I'm going to create a new branch. Let's create that new branch from the, not master branch, but the dev branch that I've been working with. And call it what? Break everything wave survival. Boom. Publish this branch up to GitHub. Now, we've got a new branch of code, so we can do whatever we want to it, not have to worry about breaking the main thing. So let's close everything out here, because we need to start fresh, so that this doesn't lag out my computer. Because Eclipse tends to do that when you get too many things open at once. So once it comes back to me, we'll start with looking at the map data. We'll start with adding a config option. That's what we'll do first. So this new config option is going to be not build mode, not run mode. It's going to be wave survival mode. Okay, so let's go to our handler, config, and wave survival. Oh, where's the game mode? There it is. This is a enum of modes, so we can add another one by going here and saying what? Wave survival. All one word. Okay. There we go. We're done. Simple enough. Okay, so if we're in wave survival, we need to do some different things. I think we still want to have the lobby. But when we start the game, that's when things are going to be a little bit different. The AI needs a place to spawn its town hall at that point. We could start this off by giving a player an item or a block that could be used to mark where the town hall should be. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do exactly that. We're going to allow the players to choose where the point where the enemy comes from, at least for now. And we're going to do that by the first person that connects will get an item. And that item is going to be Yellow Team's Town Hall. Will that work? I think it'll work. So on our player connect event, player joins world event, we need to see this is an instance of a player and it is the server side. We do all of these things, right? Then we check down here as an else if, so we're not on the server and we're not a player, we're something else. We do these things, okay? So in here is where we need to do this check. We still need to send the cost to the client, we still need to send the research, we still need to set the players ready, set up all the teams. So none of that really changes. It's just at the end of all of that, I also don't see the option to load the lobby, which is interesting. Where do we set that at? On player logged in, so that's where we do it at. The game state is lobby. Okay, so we're going to take that. We're going to pass this, if it's in the lobby state still, and we need a variable somewhere that we can hold this in. Let's create a brand new class as well. So under utilities data, we're going to create a wave state class. Wave mode data. And we're only going to create this wave mode data if we're in the wave mode. So we're not going to load up extra RAM effectively. So one of these variables is going to be a boolean that is going to be whether or not the first player's gotten a town hall. So town hall given. It will be set to false by default. It'll be a static variable. No, we don't want to do that. We do want to keep it as its own thing. We'll create this wave mode data as its own static class in the main class. Okay. Wave mode data. So we'll create a public static wave mode data. Wave mode data. Hey, Space Engineers. Wave mode data. And we're going to set it to null first. Okay. And then on our startup, so in this here, we need to check if the game mode, is game mode the right word? I think it is. Somewhere. Game state. That's the startup. I think it's in the config actually. So if config dot game mode dot get, because you gotta do that, equals config modes dot wave survival, then we're going to initialize this to a new instance equals new wave mode data. Okay. So in this join event, then we have our wave mode data that we can reference. So if we're in the lobby and our config dot mode game mode dot get equals modes dot wave survival. So we're in survival mode, wave survival mode. We're in the lobby. Then we need to do one more check. If tsrts dot wave mode data dot, and this is where we need to go back to that class and add the setter and getter for this. So source, getters and setters. Can you join Bed Wars factions on PS4? No, I don't have a PS4. Sorry. Plus, I'm already doing a thing. That's why I'm doing a stream. Get is town hall given. So if it is not given, then we can do what? We can give it to the player. So how are we going to give it to the player? So in our utilities class, we probably already have something that does this. Just need to find it. Give player item stack. There it is. And we're going to call this all over the place in our code probably. And we do player buys item. And it's playing item stack. Get player starting items. Here we go. Hey, Leonardo. Welcome, man. So there we go. That, and we need to put this player on that team. This is a get entity, so we got PE for our player. So we also need to set them to a team. So there's going to be a event for that as well over here. Team. There's gonna be team. The word team's gonna be everywhere. Team. Spawn unit for team. Send team to client. Okay, so our lobby button handler is also gonna have this, so we'll just look at it there. Where's our lobby button handler? GUI, lobby screen. When we get on a team, we do it down here. Generic click button. So we say that inside this method, Really? Right, we go down to here to the generic handler, and we got all this. So we set the player like that. Wow, we don't have a method that sets them to a team. We just do it by hand, basically. Okay, so let's set the player to that team. String? No, that's a team object, so team, capital T. Right? Scoreboard player team is what it is, okay. And this should say utilities. Utilities. Player, there we go. Save everything. Change to utilities. Oh, spelled different. Okay, so this is the chosen one. Give them the town hall and set them to team yellow. There we go. And that should be it. We've got them on the team we want them to be on. They've got a town hall. They then go proceed to place the town hall down. When they place the town hall down, we need to probably do a couple things. Maybe kill them so they go back to spawn. We also need to set our variable here so the next person doesn't get one as well. Set town hall given to true. Some of this I'm coding for we might throw away, like this section of it, because we might have it be a pre-built thing. I don't know. But we just need a way of getting the team set up basically for it. Now, when we do this, we're sending the teams to the client. There's something about the teams. Check team is a creative needed. So it's going to go through teams and create all the teams. Okay, we don't have those players added to teams, do we? At one time I had a option that would let you change teams of a block, and it was using generic fake players to put that block on a team that you wanted it to be on. So let's look for that. Basic screen. This might be it. This is the barracks GUI. This is the on-off buttons. Team option screen, no. Did I get rid of it? I might have. Because it's not really needed anymore, but it used to be. Shoot. Main menu is really not needed anymore either. Yeah. That's the utility stuff. Eco buildings, defensive. That's okay. In the town hall, or in the various blocks, I think I have a handler for it. Yeah, owner changed packet to client. Nope. Oh, I'm not looking at the tile entities, am I? That's why. Town hall. Nope. This stuff. So we're setting the owner to those teams. So this value is going to be somewhere else in my code where I'm setting those up. So, or I never set them up. I bet I did it by hand. Oh, that's a problem. we'll need to, in our setups, create this fake player on a team. Okay, okay. So let's go to where utilities again. Everything's getting in there. And this check teams and create new. Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything. Let's see if there's an option on the scoreboard. So world.get scoreboard dot add player to team. There we go. So we can say wave survival AI, and the team, that we need to get a team. So got a list of teams from this, but that list isn't going to have them all in there right away anymore. Let's do this. Get team, and it will be hello. So we're gonna always set the wave survival person to that team. Okay, but we're only gonna do that if config dot mode equals get mode modes dot wave survival. So if we're running in wave survival mode, we'll add the player, we'll add a fake player essentially to that team. We need to do a .get. There we go. Okay, so that should take care of having a player that we can use for this. And then in our town hall builder, wherever this is, items, builder items, we should have a default builder item here. And when this is placed, we're passing what player it is. And place on. So we're loading the structure right here. And with this, we get the player's name. Okay, so right in there is where we need to do one change to this. And action after spawn as well. Getting the player, detect and send changes. That's just for the items that they get. So yeah, okay. So if that, the wave mode, right? If we're in wave mode survival, we do not want to do any of that. Right? So now we can put in else statement. Okay, let's undo something. We got our brackets for ifs all messed up here. There we go. So let's copy that real quick. Oh, more undos. There we go. Okay, so now we put that if statement there. And that's going to completely encase all of that. Okay, why are you not picking up these things, Swalma? Okay, now you can save. Yes? No? Please import the thing I'm telling you to import. Come on. Mode. Wave survival. Now you like it. But we need an extra parenthesis. So if we're not in wave survival, we do our normal code that we always do. But if we are in wave survival, else oops. Wave survival mode. We want to still load the structure. We don't care about actions after spawn. What is it? Town hall. Your action after spawn is to set the spawn point. We don't care about the spawn point. Right? Because that's setting it on a specific player. It needs a player entity. We won't have a player entity, so we won't worry about that for now. Okay, so we need to do this in wave survival mode. I'll shoot. We also need to check the player's team, because we do want everything to function still if they're in wave survival, but not if they're on Team Yellow. Gosh. So we need to get the player's team name. So all of that dot equals. Nope. Come on. Yellow. So if they're on Team Yellow, let's see. I'm not thinking this through clearly. Let's see. So if we're not on wave survival, do this. Or they're on Team Yellow. So if I'm on Team Yellow, if they're not on Team Yellow. So if I'm on Team Red, this part would be true, and we would do this. If I'm on Team Green, this part would be true, and we do this, and so on. Or if we're not in wave survival, this would always be true. Okay, so we've got that narrowed down. The next piece then, wave survival mode. Hey Eagle. And Happy New Year's, everyone. I'm not gonna be around tonight to say it, so Happy New Year's. Say it now. Okay, so if we're in wave survival mode, then we need to check if we're Team Yellow. This is getting confusing to me all of a sudden. So if we're in wave survival, this will not be true. So it'd fall through that automatically, come down here. So it could be you're in wave survival mode or not. Okay, let's simplify it. Okay, so you're not in wave survival, do the original code. If we are in wave survival, check the team. And that team, if it's not yellow, we do the original code. Else, we do some new code. Assuming I got my brackets right, and I don't. Nope, still don't like me. Got that. That goes down through here. Let me say else. There we go. Why is that giving me an error like that? I don't, because we got an if statement there. That comes through down through to there. Oh, we need to end the other. There we go. Okay, so not team yellow, normal player stuff in wave mode. Cool. Okay, then wave mode, team yellow. This is the stuff where we don't want to send it to the player. We still want to do this down here. I cut that out, didn't I? We don't need to detect and send changes because we're not changing the inventory whatsoever for the player. And we're not passing a player scoreboard name and all this stuff. We are going to pass the team yellow to this, to everything. So, get name, yellow. Structure, team name, yellow. Team name, yellow. There's scoreboard name, which is also a string still. Keep it yellow still. And that's the fourth to the last parameter for this. And what's the fourth to the last parameter? Actually need 1, 2, 3, 4. It's an owner name. Okay, so we need not yellow there. We want our special name that we came up with, which I can't remember. So in our utilities class, we had created a brand new thing named Wave Survival AI. Like that. In fact, this is going to be used enough where I need to probably put this in a reference class so I don't have typos in it whatsoever, or later down the road I want to change it, I can change it one spot. So, where's my reference class? Here it is. Public static final string wave survival AI name. And let's also do this wave survival AI team name. Put yellow in there. And let's try and use that instead of the hard coding yellow everywhere. Okay, so create and check teams. We're going to put reference.that. Team name and reference dot wave survival AI name. Okay, so like I said, in the future if I change it, it's no longer hard coded, we can just change it one spot. Something is airing off in this class at the very end of the class, which is not good. No, it's the piece we're on. Because I got rid of an extra parenthesis, okay. And then, what was it, our event was the other piece, right? No, in our builder item, there's one where we do it. Reference dot wave survival team name and builder item wherever it went. There it is. Reference dot wave survival AI name. Plug in the team here. There we go. Okay, so that should then give us what we need. The next step. Context dot get player dot kill. A kill command on kill reward kill dead. Set dead. Nope. Is alive. How do we kill somebody? We could just say removed. Possibly. Remove. Yeah. Let's just set their health to 0. That should have the same effect. Set health 0. Oops. Set health 0. Okay, so that should do that piece then. So to kill them, they'll be back at the spawn point, and then the game can begin, really, right? And I don't mean begin as in it's automatic. The player goes back to the spawn point, they hit their Y key, they go into the lobby, because we're still in the lobby mode at this point, right? There's nothing has changed in that regard. Now that we're in the lobby, there's one piece that needs to be set still. This action after spawn on the town hall, I think we want to pass in a parameter for this and check that parameter and not set the player's spawn point. No, what we want to do is we want to save that. Or no, wait, I think all of these, like the barracks and everything, have a default rally point. It's based off a builder item. That rally point will do just fine. Okay, so we're good. So that'll place Team Yellow's block in the world. And from there, the rest of the players can start building. Okay? And this is where in our server tick event, so the players go back to spawn, they go to the lobby, they choose their team. They don't want to choose yellow in that case. All right, so that'd be important because they'd be fighting with the AI in that situation. I'm not going to prevent it yet because I'm not sure how that would play. We'll see. So let's say they pick Team Blue. They start the game. The game's now started, so our server tick event should be running. There's nothing actually that prevents it from running before that, but that's fine. We get all of the stats for all the teams, all that junk. Do everything. Write the unit stats. That's all interesting, but I think before all that we want to do this. So we get some indication of this. So before this happens, right? So on our cooldowns, after our cooldowns, if wave mode do AI for wave, do the wave, what are we going to call this thing? Orchestrator? Commander? General? Wave general. Commander-in-Chief. There. Bloop. And we say if config game mode dot get equals wave mode modes just like that. Oh, needs an equal sign. Okay, so I'm going to create a separate method for this because this is going to be a bit bulky potentially. So public static void. And I also don't want this to be complicated down here, right? I just want it to have one thing that it does, maybe two. I let it, they'll all be encapsulated in this if statement, so it should be pretty easy to read then. So public static void, wave on wave survival tick. Okay, so every 10 seconds he gets a chance to change his commands, basically. The general does. So let's create some additional variables: private, static, time, sense, last, wrong sense. Let's see, IENT, last. It's not time, RTSCraft. Spawn. I guess it should be an integer, that would help. And we'll set to 0 by default. We will add to this at the start of everything. Excuse me. We're probably going to need some configs for this later, but I kind of want to get something working initially. So let's do this. We're going to add to that, and we're going to say if RTSCraft since last spawn is greater than 10, so 10 second intervals, so 100 seconds, so minute and 40 seconds, he's going to do stuff. And what he's going to do is he's going to spawn stuff in. So utilities dot spawn unit for team. The unit ID will be minions for now, but we're going to make this dynamic later. So the owner is going to be RT reference dot wave survival AI name. The world's going to be the world that we're in, which I don't have. Great. We don't have any reference to the world, do we? Get world server. There's no reference to this server anywhere. Awesome, we do. Hey, I already solved for this problem. All these maps should only ever be played in the overworld. The position that we're going to spawn it at, which we'll do in a bit. The team it's going to be on. Reference dot wave survival team name. Right, that was team. I'm trying to think ahead and I'm confusing myself a bit. Utilities. Oops. Utilities. It is scoreboard player team. We do need a legit team for that. Bummer. Where's our call hierarchy on this one? Action after cooldown on all of these. Cool. So we're getting the team. This dot get team. So we are calling a scoreboard team. We do have a team though. The team is going to be from our town hall. So we'll be okay. I just need to capture what that town hall building is. The tile entity, where it's at in the world and all this stuff. And we don't have that right now. Same for the rally point, same for the position, and whatever that first parameter was as well. All basically is going to be built off of that thing. Here, I just described it. In fact, what is the first one? Oh, the first one is our type. Yeah. So it's going to be the barracks queue. Let's go ahead and get that barracks queue here. The barracks there. It's these IDs that we want. So we want the minion one if we want to spawn minions. Okay, our rally point is going to be not the actual building where they're at, it's going to be the destination of somebody's base. Our position is going to be where the town hall is, and this position is going to be... This needs to be changed to a team. An actual team. We could store it. I don't want to. Not like that. Let's store it. It's just going to be easier in the long run. This said I don't want to, but we need to. Okay, so we've got all of this junk where we are getting the team here effectively. We need to put that somewhere where we can use it. Probably in our team. Let's do this. We're going to create a private static, no, public static scoreboard player team thingy. Player team. I don't know what these things are called. Score player team. Wave. Survival team. Null at first. And back in here we say wave survival team equals that. Again, this is within our check to see if it's on wave survival. And we say server event dot, there we go. Events with an S at the end. Guess we need to save this so that this can recognize that it's got a valid variable there. Okay. So now we've got our team up there. We can use the team here. Okay, so that one's taken care of. We still need our positions though. Now we can look for our position. And by that I mean there is a map data structure that holds all of the information for where everything is placed in the world. So let's use that. Now, that is stored right here, and we need to figure out where we've created this. So call hierarchy, increase counts on everything is doing it, but it's doing it for specific structures. Okay, so TSRTS structures, server events. We need a check to say basically whether or not we've set up our AI. Private boolean wave survival set up complete. It was true. Okay, and that wave survival setup complete stuff will go down in here. We also need reset this back to 0, basically. Before I forget. We'll set this to true. We'll first check if not. The wave survival setup has not been complete, then we'll do a check to set it up and do it. Why are you airing off? Change it static, please. Okay, so in this setup, we need a way of storing trying to change stuff. Wave. Want everything to start with the word wave, where possible. Private, static. Block position. Sorry, I had to think of the best way to store this. Position. Wave, survival, town hall, POS. So this will be the position of our town hall. We're going to default it to null. I guess we could check if it's null, but we didn't. That's fine. So wave, survival, setup. Spelled survival wrong. Oops. Survival setup complete equals true, so we've done this, right? And we're going to loop through that structures. So for each, let's look at the reference of this because we're going to do it other places as well. Call hierarchy on that. Decrease counts, increase counts. This one. So this is the syntax we need right here. Okay, so now we're looping through all of the blocks in the game. All of the structures that have been placed in our game. And we need to look for one that's owned by Team Yellow. So if msd.get team name dot equals our reference dot wave AI team survival name, wave survival AI team name, found our AI team here and need to process this to check for the town hall. So we're going to do that process by taking our world, which we've got defined here. And we might end up caching this, I think, at the beginning of this. Let's only do this after the first 10 seconds so we can cache that world and reuse it everywhere. So we're going to use it a lot. That we don't have to look it up over and over. World. Right, that is type world, right? Server world. Close enough. So we can put that down here. Need to import server world. Any other errors you'd like to tell me about? Okay, good. So now we can say this block position should be a position that has a tile entity on it. So we can say tile entity te equals world dot get tile entity at the BP block position. Then we can say if let's do instance of, and the first part is what? So TE is an instance of town hall tile entity. Then we will cast that to a town hall tile entity, which works just fine. And we will call it town hall. Okay, and now that we've got the town hall itself, we can just use its position and store its position in this town hall position. So this equals BP. We really don't even need to cast it to a town hall, to be honest. But we will, because it'll give me one more thing that I'm going to create another variable for. You gonna still error off about this? Why are you giving me errors? Oh, we removed it, but we didn't set it. Yeah, okay. We didn't use it again. We've stored it, but haven't. Rally point. Let's say survival spawn point, because that's basically what this is going to be. So this wave survival spawn point equals its te.rally point. And we can just cast this directly from this instead of casting it twice. There we go. And now we've got our positions where to spawn stuff. We're gonna spawn it there. Or that, no, wait, we're gonna spawn it there. And our rally point needs to be wherever the player's position is that we're going to attack, okay? So next up, let's do that. So we can put this at the very top, I guess. For int I equals, I don't know, 10 minions. I is less than, what am I doing? I equals 0, and I is less than 10, I plus plus. Basically spawn 10 minions. I'll make it dynamic later. 10 minions is probably way too many for right now, especially on the first wave, but there. We need to get a rally point. So how do we get a rally point? Let's create another method that we can use to determine what type of building it's going to try and attack, or where in the world it's trying to attack, basically, right? So to do that, public static void wave, how do we name these? On wave survival tick. Okay, on wave survival. Let's call it what? Choose target. Okay, and we're going to do this again, this for loop. We're going to check its team name. Okay, and we want to make sure it's not our team this time. I need one more of those. And this needs to return a block position. For now, we'll also check if it's a town hall, and we'll only target the town halls for the moment. Later on, I'm going to basically make it extendable or configurable, I should say, with the options in the config file to make it, we'll just pass world into this. World. To make it so that we can, what's the word? Say that attacking a diamond mine is a more valuable target than attacking a farm, or that attacking a town hall is the most valuable target, but give it an opportunity to not always attack the town hall right away, right? I don't want it to be a, you only have to defend the town hall and it never attacks anything else. Or if you put all of your town hall out in front and all your defenses out there, but all of your resource gathering behind you, it never goes for your resource gathering stuff, right? I don't want that situation. I want this thing to have some variability to where it attacks, but some intelligence to it as well. And that's where I think the configs can help us weight the value of a given target to see if it should go for that target instead of another. But still have some randomness to it, if that makes sense, right? So if it's a town hall, then it's going to return block position. Oh wait, not block position. MSBP. There we go. That's pretty good. The only problem with this is there's a chance it's going to be null, right? So end of game, there's nobody else alive. We've only got ours, or all the town halls are destroyed. So we will need a case where we'll have to return null. And in that case, we will not want to actually spawn anything, I don't think. So in here, we say this, and we say block position target. And if target is not null, that's when we're going to start spawning our units in. And the spawning units piece also will change in the future, where it's going to be a deal where it how do I say this? It'll spawn 5 the first time, and they might all be minions. And the second time, it might spawn 10, and then 20, and then 25 or whatever, right? And it'll just keep going up. But also at the same time, at some point, it's going to have a weighting where it starts mixing in archers, or pikemen, or lancers, or knights, or advanced knights. So it won't always spawn the same unit in the future. But for now, for testing, let's try this. We should have lots and lots of bugs, but if there's no bugs, we should have a working game that you can play single player by yourself completely, and it'll be interesting. I take back the last part. It's not going to be interesting yet. It will once we do all these other features. But it should be a survival game mode, and you have a minute 40 to prepare your base for the first attack, because it's going to come, and there's going to be 5 of them. And then minute 40 later, another 5 are going to come. And they're going to try and attack your town hall. Single player. We need to do one thing though. Was stupid in one regard. I did not put the config difference in my local files here, so I need to change the config on it. Let me find the right folder. Here we go. So our run folder configs TSRTS common, we will call it Wave Survival. Boop. Now we can run it. Now, again, likely to be bugs all over the place. Hopefully we didn't break any of our other game modes. Did we crash? What's going on? Oh, okay, it's just taking a while to load. Made a lot of progress on this in what? How long have I been streaming? An hour exactly. I'm gonna recreate this world. Yeah, I have to recreate that world. It's got to be a world with. Oh, I'm at being creative, aren't I? Shoot. I need to get this on the server. Is what I need to do, because the super flat's not gonna have all of the options we need. Tunneler's Dream. It starts with bedrock, stone, grass. I don't know if this is like mountain biomes. There we go. Let's use that, because I think that one won't have the... What's the word? Extraordinary structures is off. Good. I think that won't have slimes in it because it's up too high. The normal super flat has slimes everywhere and it's annoying. We'll also put it peaceful. So I will be the first person to join this world, right? So I should be automatically put to Team Yellow and given a town hall. I will be the chosen one. Nope. Okay, what do we break? No errors. That's good. No errors in the log. So on our join event handlers, should have set this, should have set us to ready. We are in the lobby game state. We are in wave survival mode. The town hall has not been given. Right. This should have been creating it. Would have been with town hall given for false by default. Should have gave me an item stack. It doesn't need a team, does it? No. Just gives it right to you. Should have set our team though, and put us on that, and then set town hall given to true. Okay, so let's see if we're on the team. Team list yellow. It has the AI survival AI. Interesting. Why didn't we get this? Okay, well, let's put a breakpoint in here. Maybe our game mode is not actually set up correctly. Boop. Boop. I suspect it's the config. They changed the right config. Yeah, it should have been it. Okay, our code is paused. Game startup? Ew, we're not in lobby mode yet. Well, there's a problem. Okay, so let's do this. Not running. There we go. I got my town hall. Cool. So let's go somewhere over here. All the snow is messing with the block placement stuff. Place it there. And I died! That's what we want. I'm not sure why everything's freaking out. Oh. Step over, step over. Yeah, we ignored everything there. So let's get rid of these breakpoints here. You know it's working now. Okay. I cannot get in the lobby though. Why? Why does it not give me the lobby? Okay, let's check that out. Where are we setting the lobby state? Ah, okay, because it's in run only that goes to lobby. So we also need or wave survival. Okay. We have to close the game out, unfortunately. So we'll get another town hall. We'll have to place it down. Okay, it does give us this option this time. I'm on yellow, so I can just escape out? No. And I went into spectator mode. Let's restart the game. Boop. I knew it'd be buggy. So we're setting our game rules. Setting our state, putting teams out there for everyone to know about, blah blah blah. Okay. got another half hour, maybe an hour to get this working. Recreate it just because I want to make sure we got a fresh world with no town hall in it. I'm yellow so it doesn't screw anything up. We may need to not show the lobby screen for the first person in, so they know they've got to do something. Okay, I've got the town hall, cool. So let's go place it somewhere. I die. Come back. I still got the town hall because keep inventories on. I can bring up the lobby though. I'm gonna throw this out. We'll have to make sure we clear their inventory first. Next time I'm gonna go team red. Start. Let's place down our town hall over here. And I would say normally play the game, right? But this is going to be a horrible world for this with all the snow. Extra difficult. My main objective at this point is, does this thing spawn in units? If it spawns in units, do they try and go over to that and kill it? Because that's too far away, right? They won't see it by default. We wait a minute and 40 seconds, I guess. We probably should only start that timer once we're in the right mode. Like once we're in the run mode, not the lobby mode. We'll get there. So place your bets now. Is it going to spawn a unit? Or 5 of them, I should say. Or is it going to crash? Or your third option, is it going to do nothing? I'm leaning towards spawning units. It's not that complicated of a code, but I say that fully knowing that I'm probably wrong and it's going to crash. Or something. It's only after this cooldown remaining stuff happens, what, 10 times I think we said? But each one of these is one of them. We might, you know, as this grows, want to send a timer to the clients they can count down from. Time till next wave or whatever. I'm in creative mode though. Let's put down a barracks. I've got plenty of resources because of the way I'm playing like figs. And everything is in the freaking air, really? Fill. I don't know. 10 blocks that way. 2 blocks beneath me. And 10 blocks. Let's make this 25. 25 blocks in each direction. And then negative 25 blocks is the other side. We'll just leave it at relative for that one, then negative 25 blocks. And we're going to fill it with Minecraft air. Replace Minecraft. I can type Minecraft. Snow. Ta-da! I'm also a little concerned that these snow blocks are going to prevent them from spawning. Okay, let's build some troops here on infinite mode. Set a rally point. Not towards that town hall, but over here by this one. greater odds that they'll encounter each other that way. Okay, so has enough time passed? I don't know. It feels like I've been waiting forever. Let's put a breakpoint into our wave survival tick code. Oh, it's gonna be greater than 10, so 10 isn't even gonna be enough, so it's gotta be a minute 50. Then. We'll make it equals to, because 10 is already too long. Is this code even calling? It's not getting called. I'm a genius. So if you betted that it was gonna do nothing, you win. So I didn't put that piece of code in there. We'd set it up as a placeholder to put it in there, and then never put it in there. That's amazing. Okay, so now a minute, 10 seconds from now. Yep, okay, now it's actually running. Let's put this down to 6. And let's put it down to 3. We'll wait every 30 seconds. We'll get a wave for now, just for testing, because I don't want to wait a minute and a half while I'm testing. Let's kill that code. We will get a breakpoint here, though, so that we get all set up once the 30 seconds has passed. And for some reason, this isn't spawning any units. Why? Oh, we're at breakpoint. Boop, boop, boop. Wait, what? There he is. There's the first guy. First couple guys. Wave Survival AI. They are on their way. Now, we only got 2 guys. Why? No idea why. Wonder if it can't spawn a bunch of them in the same spot? Or no, they're all just stacked on top of each other. That's what it is. And they immediately go to that. Oh, awesome. We've got a wave survival setup, guys. So every 30 seconds, they're going to call in reinforcements. I'm going to watch them actually spawn in over here, I think. Make sure they're spawning at the spot that I put them. Yep. Too cool. Too cool. It's just a start, but that's all we need. Now I'm gonna go creative, or survival, I mean. Like I was playing this. See if I can kill them. They do attack me properly, as they should. And notice the other guys are not focusing me because players are not a priority in this. The buildings are. Oh. Okay, respawn. I'm gonna respawn at my base properly, as I should, instead of over there. With one of my concerns. So I did place that other town hall as well. Boom. Red town hall is destroyed. Okay, now in a few seconds, once it realizes my town hall is gone, I go in spectator mode automatically. We got a game. Now it's just making it smart and hard for a player to go against. Right now it only targets your town hall. Right now it only spawns up to 5 every 30 seconds. Just thinking. Let's close this out. So choosing the target. How should choose target? A couple different ways. I think choosing it by distance doesn't really matter, right? So if it's the target at the back of the player's base, it's fine. It's going to run through everything else in the player's base on the way. It doesn't matter. And it's going to attack them all, right? That's just the nature of the AI and how it works. It's going to attack whatever's in its way. We can get a size of the entry set, pick a random value from that entry set, and try and go for that one. So if you place down 10 things, it picks a random one. It goes for it. That's one option. But it's a dumb option from the AI standpoint. It's just picking something randomly, which can have its merits, don't get me wrong. But it's not picking a high value target. That is another way we could look at it. We could go for the most high value target that it can X number of times, and then at random time it will go for the town hall direct. It's like every... Oh, that would be good. So if we added up the resources for each building, okay, so if the building costs 5 wood, 5 stone, 5 food, that's 15. That target's value would be 15 then, right? That could be one way. Could be a very dirty way to play it. And then it just looks for the highest value target. Okay, so let's do this. We've got one that will pick out a town hall. Choose town hall target. And we're going to rename that one. And then we're going to create another class, or another method that does the same type of thing, but it picks the high value target instead. Choose high value target. Okay, so we got town hall target, we choose a high value target, so we're not going to need to know this stuff. And we can say te dot, we want to do that still, but it's going to be an owned tile entity. So let me get the owned tile entity class up here. I want to see if it's that or if it's a different class that has the type and owned cooldown type. Give me a minute, guys. Get structure type. This get structure type is going to be the key to this, because the structure type here tells us what it is. And if we know what it is, I think I've already got a class. Maybe not. Let's do this. Call hierarchy on that. Get structure type, which is called by increase counts and run of the cooldown class. Okay, so we need a way to go from the structure type to its resource cost from the configs from the server side. We've already got the server side configs transferred to the client at this state. We just need to go and correlate the structure type to its corresponding config. So we know the value of that target. That should be simplistic, as we just need to do a lookup class or lookup method. So public static. We could do. Let's do it this way. We're gonna make this reusable because eventually I'm gonna rewrite a lot of this code for this mod to make it simplistic. A lot of it's doing stupid stuff like this, like getting the resource values for each individual building, for each individual attribute. Pain to code for. But initially when I did it, I was like, this is great. But now I see there's a better way of doing it. So I'll rewrite something like this. But let's do this first. Public static get, we want to resource values. And this resource values that we're going to return is going to be from get resource values by structure type. And it's going to take in a structure type, which was in where? I forget. Reference. Takes in reference dot structure type. And that structure type, call it type. And we're just going to do a switch. Hey, Blue. Are you yeeting at my... I'm going to rewrite a lot of this later. You're already the one that was critiquing my code earlier, right? We don't want that yet. We want to let Eclipse help us here. Oh, come on, Eclipse. So I played around a bit with the debugging stuff and it actually works fairly well. Are you talking about IntelliJ? So let's just return. Well, is there? Cool. Why is this not giving me the option that I'm looking for, which is to have it, there we go. Add missing case statements. Boom, it codes it all for me. So now I just say config dot get like this, but that is exactly what I want, but with for the right building. Archery range. Side note, for RTS bot, we can actually package it up and publish it to pi where the most public modules host. Then it will have a requirements.txt and others can pip install it. Oh, cool. I've never done that before, but the module is also called setup tools. Interesting. We want to do return on this. And that's what we need to do for each of these. So I did know there was several options for the hot swap stuff, but when I was testing them, I couldn't get it to work the way that Eclipse does as quick as it does. Where you just tell it, you just save your file and you go back to your program that's already running and it's already got the new code. That fast, right? At least with the project of the scale that I'm working on. Mine site, diamond, emerald, which will never be actually used for this, but it's fine. We're being forward compatible just in case the day comes. Iron. Oop, iron. Stone. Oh, we gotta get rid of the word mine site now. Research center. Oops. Siege. It seems like there's a lot of people. Do we not have costs for building? We don't have costs for Siege Workshop yet, guys. I'll just return all for the moment. It seems like there's a lot of people that are pro IntelliJ. And no one says, oh wow, you use Eclipse, I use it too, I love it. There's just nobody says that. There is no cost for the town hall, it's free. So, no, or new resource values. Zero. Wow, I guessed that right, the number of them, really? Cool. Wall. Let's copy that one because that's nice and short to work with. Plus wall steps is easy to do then. And watchtower. Cool. Okay, so we need one more method that takes a resource value and gives us a total cost, right? Just a number, basically. Public static int get. We could make it weighted later too, I guess. Make some resources more valuable than others. Let's not do that yet, though. What am I gonna call this? Just call it total. Get total cost for resource values. Resource values RV. Oops. And we're just going to take each of the resources from that resource value, add them together, and return it. So return rv.get food plus rv.get wood plus rv.get iron stone plus rv.get iron plus rv get gold plus rv.get iron, gold, diamond plus emeralds. So that's our total resource cost. We will also do a if rv is not equal to null, because I want to ensure that we don't have an error when we do the other one below where it doesn't have a value for some of them. And we're just going to return 0 if it is null. There we go. So now we can take this, make one more method, public static int get total cost for structure type. And we do reference structure type like that. And we call this, we just say this type. And that gets passed into this one. And that's what we return. Get total cost for structure type. So now we can call that over in our server event. Choose high target value or high value target. So we want to check if it is not an instance of a town hall in this case, because we don't want town halls to be included in this cost because they're 0 currently as well. So we say utilities dot that, and we put in our structure type from the te.get. Oh, we gotta convert this to something else. who. So we gotta convert this to an owned tile entity. So we need another instance of check. Instance of owned cooldown tile entity. Come on, what'd you do? So TE is an instance of. TE is an instance of. There we go. Now it's working right. Owned cooldown tile entity, and the name here that we're going to give it is yeah, cooldown tile entity. Is it suggesting it? Because I've already used it somewhere else in the code. No. Okay, so that means that we can use that. Then here dot get. Really? Oh, we're not inside the brackets there where we've got it. Get structure type. Okay. So now we need a couple variables in here. So our first one's going to be int highest cost. And it's going to be 0. And int block position. Not int block position, BP, which will just be our return value. And we're going to save. Oh, we can't do BP because it's already declared. Highest cost BP. And we're going to set that to equal to BP, which was the block's position that we're looking at. Okay, but we're only going to set that if our highest cost is greater than our previous highest cost. So if highest cost is less than whatever we just looked up, int current cost. If current cost is less than, or if highest cost is less than the current cost, do this. Why are you airing off for that? Okay, and then we set our highest cost for the block position for the highest cost block, and we set our highest cost equal to current cost, which I butchered in its name. Come on, format my code. Why are you airing off? Oh. Now you can format my code. That's another thing I love about Eclipse Blue. I've got code formatting set up so that I don't have to put my tabs right. I just let it do it, and then it's 100% consistent when I commit it to GitHub, and I don't have formatting issues. I put an extra tab or any of that stuff in my commits. It basically squashes all that stuff for me. We do need to say null, unfortunately, for this first. Oh, we need to return our highest cost BP. So now we've got an option. We can choose Wave Survival choose Town Hall target, or Wave Survival choose highest value target. And we can do that down here, right? So let's get a random value. I don't know if there's a RNG thing we can pull off of this server or world. World.get next RNG ran there we go. Dot get next what next int. There we go. And I believe that takes parameters 111. Turns the next pseudo-random normally uniformly distributed. Did I know? all 2 to 32nd possible int values. Okay, so we don't want that flavor of it. There we go, bounds. So we can say between 1 and 10, or 1 and upper bounds. Between 0 inclusive and the upper bound exclusive. Okay. So if we do 0, 1, so if we put 2, that'll give us a 0 or 1. So let's do this. I'm sure everything's possible with IntelliJ 2, just gotta figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of the formatting stuff there. It wasn't too bad defined. It's just, if I do it any different than what I've got now, I have one huge commit that's gonna change the formatting of every file that I save. So, yeah. I think it even had an option to let me import my settings from Eclipse, if I remember correctly. Int. What am I gonna call this? Target type. If target type equals 1, you can do town hall 0. Do town hall, else if target type equals 1. In that case, we're going to do on wave survival, choose highest value target. Okay, and we gotta declare this outside of this, and then we'll just set it inside there, so it's accessible. And we need to do that. Okay, happy now? Save. I'm just laying foundation, man. Trying to think through. So I want to weight these later as well. That's why I'm kind of doing it kind of cruddy right now. Also need this variable to change later. Target equals target type 0 xy. What? Oh, I get what you're saying, but you're only thinking if there's 2 values. There's going to be more than 2 values eventually. I've only got 2 now, but I'm trying to think ahead to where I'm going to be issuing different types of commands. So this is the AI's choice of what it's going to target. Right now I've got 2 types of way of targeting. A high value target, or town hall, or a high value target. So down the road, I could have another one. I agree a switch is another option, but I'm also going to weight these. So this logic here as to which one I choose is going to completely go away. Like I might have the town hall be a 10% chance, and the high value target be a 60% chance. And then just a random target be another chance. Because I don't always want it to go for the high value targets, right? Because it might be a situation where research centers are really high value targets because they cost a lot, but it doesn't really make him win the game, right? It causes pain to the player, but it isn't going to make you win the game like taking on a barracks, right? So I might have a 3rd or 4th type that says go for troop production buildings and just target those. Or another one that's only going to look for resource generators. And then further on, I might also look at, okay, this team has a lot of this resource, but hardly any of this one. Let's target that resource and make them hurt, right? I don't know that I'll look at unit compositions necessarily, because that's going to be a lot of, look through 400 things on the world per tick. That wouldn't be efficient. I'm at a point now where I think this needs to be plopped on the test server, and I just give it a try and play against it. It's almost 4. Let me change the rate at which this thing looks for attacking, because it's every 30 seconds right now. Let's set it to 90 seconds. Let's do this commit. First commit of wave survival mode. And push that up. Okay, pull request. We're going into our dev work first because this did not break everything. It actually works, it looks like. Merge it. Then I need it in master as well. So we're going to create another pull request from dev work to master. Wait, Strava, yep. Confirm. Okay, let me go get the mod then on the server. It is being built at the moment. There's the progress on it. Nope. Hate that Google does that. Let's see. Need our right folder. This one. Okay, refresh this. Build 77 now. Keep. Boop. Delete. Yes. Build 77 needs to go to the server. Lay up the FTP client on the other system. Other window. RTS mods. Okay, it's on the server. We need to change the config on the server next. This comment config. There we go. And we need it to match what's on our system in the other folder. This one. Wave survival. Save that. Okay, my FTP client recognized it was changed and uploaded it to the server for me. I'm gonna stop the server, launch vanilla Minecraft, or launch the normal launcher, Minecraft launcher. Let's see what we get. Single player, or no, single player, multiplayer. Put me on team yellow. I have the thing in my hand. Oh, it's this map. That stinks. Put it over here. Again, this is the setup phase. Yeah, we can put it over the wood, it doesn't matter. I'm actually not gonna put it there. Okay. I died, should die. Okay, I've got a town hall. We can go into the lobby now. I want to go team red. Ready, start. I know it does give me 2 town halls. That's not intended. We need to clear the inventory, don't we? Or I'll just throw one off the wall for the moment. So his town hall's over there, and he's gonna start sending troops if I don't hurry. That timer would have started already, counting down. Okay, so can I place down some things? I want to give him some other targets as well. Slow him down a bit. Of course, I grabbed a lot of iron mine. I usually don't have a lot ready within a minute as far as troop production is concerned. In fact, let's go ahead and place down that while I'm running. We might have to fight off the first wave by hand. In fact, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because everything was out of place. Get a barracks. Oh, we need more wood. We need a ton more wood. Let's get that going. Panicking a little bit. I need to defend the town hall the most, so let's put it there. Get this out like this, and let's start producing troops. Let's put 5 out because we'll need them. At least 5 for 5. I'll be able to be the equalizer, I guess, if you will, if he does send exactly 5 at my way. Lumberyard again. It has to have been a minute, right? They've got to be coming at me. Just don't know where yet. This map is not the best one for this. Let's get more stone. In fact, where are my guys? Where are my guys? Why are they not spitting out? Guys, come on, spawn. What the heck? Ah, we might have found a bug. Is it off? Let's make sure it's on. There's no errors in the console whatsoever. Come on, guys. Spit out troops. I'm on red. Queue another? Gotta be kidding me. Oh. I wonder if those blocks are specifically coded. That's probably what it is. Okay, let's pause this for a minute. Those blocks are probably specifically coded to look for a mode and only spawn in that mode. So barracks blocks, where are you? That's annoying. No, they're not. Maybe action after cooldown is only called then by that. Action after... Yeah, see, look, it only calls it if you're in run mode. Or config. So you have no way of defending yourself, in other words. Config game mode. And there's probably going to be lots of little things like this that I'll find as we test this. So config dot modes dot wave survival. So if we're in wave survival or regular mode and we've got health, well then we'll do the cooldown. Cool. So interesting. I don't know that we've lost anything. I want to go check out the building, make sure it's spawning troops. Because it may or may not be, or they're stuck somewhere potentially, because that's a big hill for them to have to go over. There are 7 entities loaded in the world right now. That's not very many. Oh, that could have been unchunk loaded. It's pretty far away. Chunk loading could be an issue. There they are, because I finally chunk loaded it. Okay. Well, bugs like that are what we're testing for. So next time I do it, I'll spawn him a little closer. I was just trying to give myself a little more time. If I don't have troops though, then kind of a in-game for me. Well, looks like I needed to learn chunk loading. Something I won't have time to do today. I've only got a couple minutes left. So let's kill this. Let's do a commit on this bug, because we know that that is a bug. What are we gonna call it? Fix tile entities not spawning units after the cooldown caused by, or not caused by, but in wave survival mode. Phooey. We do a connect man. I want to get off this branch. We can go back to our normal branch. Let's create a pull request. Sure. Straight into master, because I'm a genius. Let's edit it. No, that's the only thing we can edit. We can't change. Oh, we can edit. Into dev work, please. Some commits from the old base branch may be removed from the timeline. Yeah, whatever. That's the only one's going in. To dev work. Confirm. And then we have an option of deleting this branch, so let's do that. And then let's fetch origin and go to dev work again. Fetch origin. So in this we should see tile entity fix. Yep. So now we can do a new pull request from dev to master. Can't I just remove hunger? I could, but I don't want to. Hunger is a key mechanic in Minecraft combat. So there's been several times where we've played a match where someone's attacking another person and one of us gets hungry. And that's what helps decide whether or not they can run forever away, right? Because there is combat right now between players. If you have a full hunger bar, you are stronger as a player. You have more health because you are continually healing. Now, that said, maybe it'll end up being a config option later. So I know some people won't want it. Oh, you didn't play Minecraft for some time? Okay, fair enough. Okay, so let's stop the server. It's going to restart. It's going to grab the latest mod version there. And let's start up our client again. Test number 2. See if I can get troop production this time before he attacks. And I'm also going to place him a little closer so he's loaded. Won't give me as much room or time, but hey, it's fine. Until we can get chunk loading figured out, it's not going to work any better. Blue ready. We don't want to hit start yet. I am on blue. I want to go yellow. I want to be on yellow. That lobby screen should not come up for the person that's got this thing in their hand, but it does. Let's place him like here-ish. He should be loaded enough of the time. I need to then go blue, or let's do red. Ready, start. Okay. And the timer's going. So my clock says 4:12 right now. Get rid of that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And let's buy food, farms, all that fun stuff. Place them down. Not going to be efficient with where I'm placing things, unfortunately, because I need to rush it. Can I buy a barracks? I cannot. I need a ton more wood. And food. Getting the first barracks down is going to be key, so I've got troops to fight with. Okay, wood's the only other resource we need. We can place one more down. Let's go get this iron going, because we will need iron for the troop production itself. I don't want to run out. Oh, I need more wood for iron too. Okay, it's 4:13, so any second now those guys are going to start trying to come over the hill potentially. Unless they're not chunk loaded again. Mine site destroyed. They're already at my base. Wow. Now, did they target that or did they target the town hall is the question. The town hall is close enough that it's probably going to be automatically targeted anyway. Can I get a barracks down? Oh, farm destroyed. They're after the town hall next. They're going to go for it. Dang it. I'm going to queue up the units now. That way they start producing immediately. Set a rally point, not there, but over here. And start killing these guys myself, I guess. Okay, now my guys can start fighting too. Try and be careful to not kill my guys. Come on, dude. Help me. Okay. Now I've got some guys there to defend my base. And that's an extra thing. Let's replace the damage. And farm. Oh wait, we want regular farm, so we're just damaged. It's probably risky putting them that close to the town hall itself. Come on guys, give me your attention please. Attack them. Okay, some more minions, please. Come here. Let's just park you guys right there. Everybody else is going to the town hall. Let's park you, say there, so we got a little bit of coverage in a couple areas. Okay, eat. We need stone, actually. Let's place a couple of these down. Now, if I've coded this right, they won't only attack the town hall, right? They're going to be going for other things. They could potentially go for that. They're going to go for the highest cost building. Right now, our highest cost building probably is that iron mine. There's 79 on that. Nope, our barracks. Our barracks is the highest cost building, so they might come for the barracks. And that's probably what's going on right now. They are going for the barracks. Now, they're distracted by our minions. That's why they converted off. But if our minions weren't there, they should come for this. Our minions will probably win that battle because I think we outnumber them. So let's give it a few more. Wow, maybe they'll win. They aren't going to win. Dang. There we go. Those extra minions I just spawned in, we'll do it. Yeah, he's definitely going for that town hall. So this was his target, so it's working. Nice. Now, if I were to build a higher value target, which, let's say this research center, that's going to be our highest value thing. Let's place this back here. Kind of a stupid thing to do at this stage in the game because I don't have a ton of resources. I can't buy research right now. Everything needs diamonds. But we're trying to test this mode out, right? So, can't even buy that mine site? I did. Okay, let's get a few more minions here. And hopefully they can defend long enough. Just these guys. Yeah, just those guys selected. Bring them up front here. And those guys should do more than enough damage for right now. And there's our minions coming over the hill again. Now they are definitely going for this thing. Right, so let's target this with our guys. There we go. Let's let them run up here again. Let's queue up some more guys. So I need to keep guys over by the town hall as well, right? See if I can work my way back to these diamonds in time. In fact, let's also get some gold. We'll need gold as well. And then we should be like to the point where I can probably rush that town hall. I probably don't even need to do this. Because that town hall is not defended right now, right? Grab another diamond mine. Let's go get some diamonds back here. Ah! Dang it, I missed my jump. Why am I running so slow now? Did lava make you slow? Being on fire? Did not know it made you slow. Let's see, are we having a fight? I bet we are. Or it was unloaded again. Potential. Well, we didn't lose anything, that's the important part. No, so look, these guys were here. They was probably going for the town hall and they all spread out over here. They've got part of this mine site again. Oh, okay, so let's see, do we have enough for research? We don't. 500 iron. I'm not going to get that much. Let's instead just put these guys on infinite build. Like this. And set our rally point not here, but over this hill. And we'll get enough troops built up, and then we'll go attack. Don't ask me what's enough troops, maybe 10, 20. We've got guys going out. Have enough minions there to attack him, probably, maybe, definitely once this guy gets in the fight. Although ours were pretty spread out when they started the attack, so they did pretty good. Good job, guys. Notice they still move back to their rally point destination. That's the key thing about this this setup with the wave survival. If they encounter something along the way, they will continue on to their target until they're dead. 4 there. Okay, let's start pushing. Yes, we might encounter the troops along the way. That's fine. We'll just kill them if we can. They're not here yet. Let's see what damage we can do to it. There they are. Okay, let's just run back and get our more troops. So I'm easily going to be able to beat this because A, I know exactly how the AI is working. That's a huge advantage for me. But also B, it's not spawning more troops or more advanced troops over time, right? He's just coming at me with the same thing over and over again. Same 5 troops. Oh, didn't get him close enough to me. Now we also can completely outnumber his rate of production of troops too, right? Because we can do this. Oops, sorry dude. Get a bunch of barracks down and swarm it, right? So we're going to do our shift right click on top of this hill, get every barrack coming to this location, send our troops on over there, get any stragglers that spawned before I was able to set the rally point over there, and go. You know what, I don't think I set my rally point right. I don't think I shift clicked, did I? I need to do it one more time. Oop. Let's shift click on top of that hill. That's fine. Ah. Send you over there. So they are damaging that building. Let's just set those guys right in dead center front so they immediately start attacking the enemy when they spawn in. And we ran out of resources, so we stopped producing troops for a bit. Yellow's Town Hall has been destroyed. We won. Cool. That's it. We've got a wave survival. Improvements to come later. Now this should die off, but it's going to continue to spawn units, so I didn't think about that part. That's all for tonight, guys. I will catch you tomorrow. We've got people coming over, so I won't be able to stream tonight. Happy New Year's, everyone. Bye.